your time. Enjoy your time with your cat as he has joined you in your office. I'm a little bit jealous. I kind of want a cat as well, but there we go. But here we go. The second series of the day, and we are going to see what PartyParrots have to offer. I mean, initial thoughts, hypoc. You think that we could see some sheer amount of aggression here from PartyParrots?
Definitely. I think, Haven is a map yesterday. We saw, as I say that, Spike actually going to go down outside grass, inside the attacker spawn. Now you're going to see actually Hip pushed all the way up here. He's going to catch Shao coming into that dark cover. Bit of an interesting start here to the pistol round. Only one member left. SSK all the way over in A lobby. This is a disaster, really, for the pistol round on attack. But not sure what went wrong with PartyParrots here. But as I was saying yesterday, Turco's going to find that final kill. Yesterday, we did see Haven kind of be the story of momentum, right? We saw, obviously, G2 putting up a really strong performance on it 2 times, actually, where it just came down to, breaking the economy on 1 round and absolutely guaranteeing the next 3, and then that turns into 5, and then, before you know it, you're down 7 rounds, and you're in a really weird spot where you can't kind of break that map block.
Yeah, and I'm wondering if here, Prodigy, if they can go on a good run on the defensive side, whether that would be enough of a momentum shift for them to potentially take this map and maybe even just get a little bit of a run going into this series. I worry for them if they're not able to take Haven, but we will see how it goes when we get further into this particular game. But PartyParrots now on the eco, just going to have to try and do something a little bit different, see if they can be a little bit unpredictable and force their way onto a site. We have seen a lot of eco rounds being won in this tournament, as you do a lot in Valorant when you catch players off guard. But Pora, going to be wise to it. Takes down Artist, and now it's just going to be the 4 players for PartyParrots. They have to reassess where they want to be pushing. And now we'll see Lucka just retreat as he spotted out and gains the information. And they have to go fast here, PartyParrots, but very difficult to do so when there is a Sage on site. Dinks J is going to be the first to actually get on the site and initiate any sort of fight. Shao at least takes down Lucka, so they've done the initial job of taking down 1 and getting the spike down. So a lot better than we've seen in other eco rounds, where at least they were able to get onto the site, hypoc.
Yeah, and we saw Lucka put up some really impressive A holds as this Jet in the previous game. See him again flex it over here. This time, unfortunately, Xiao shutting him down. Paranoia comes through, though, and Dinks also caught up. Aftershock Hip going to find that, convert that one on Graffiti, and there you go. There comes the retake. Pretty straightforward. Guns in the hands of Prodigy, so you got to have them as the expected winners of this scenario. They're going to put a second on the board, but PartyParrots did get the spike down, so commendable effort at that.
So both of these teams 1-0 in terms of Group B. The winner, of course, will be topping the group for now at 2-0. PartyParrots beating Bread Hunters earlier, the fully Turkish side, who are, I would say, a little bit unpredictable in this tournament as well. Very difficult to call how they're going to react to the other teams, and I'm intrigued to see how their results go elsewhere, even if we're not seeing them on stream necessarily. But guns finally in the hands of PartyParrots. Vandals available. And at the moment, it's a split. We see heavy pushes down A long and also vision down C long being impaired, but they're at least watching it in case there's a push, but back they come. As everyone now is just going to regroup towards middle.
Lucka's made it all the way in, though. I said, Lucka made it all the way into window. Artist actually privy to the possibility, and we'll shut him down. It's an aggressive push out, Spectre in hand for him, so not the worst in terms of economy, but Dinks actually slipped in behind him here. Might get one. Actually, Dinks turns around and finds him, so no upset from Pora there. Made it all the way into A lobby, but couldn't convert that into a kill. Hip now picking up the slack outside the defensive spawn. Sky Smoke is down, though, so no vision through that. Dinks makes it all the way through to hell, so 3v5 retake on the cards for Prodigy here. See if they can crack the lock here from PartyParrots over on A site.
Yes, SSK. That's what we like to see. And Angel also with a bit of a Elder Flame skin as well. He'll get 2.
Nice.
Turco falls. And now it's just going to be that Sage remaining. After rotating all the way. Hip has the Phantom in hand. Probably wants to save this, I would have thought. Does walk straight into the Vandal of Angel yet again, though. And PartyParrots get their first on the board, as expected, really, in the third round. But now this is where things start to get a little bit juicy. PartyParrots did well not to sacrifice too much in terms of weaponry. It's always the downside of the third round. Even sometimes when you win it, if you lose 3 or 4 members, you go into the fourth round with a somewhat weak buy. But both teams on a full buy at this point. I guess Hip, the only one close to not having one. He has half armor. And Lucka going glass cannon, but does have the up in hand.
Yeah, and he's actually over on C this time, boosted up on the box, so no contact just yet. You can see actually Angel's headed over that way. Pretty much a default spread here on the side of PartyParrots. Maybe just going to try and play off a pick here. The spike still over in the back of window. Again, nothing. Prodigy not giving anything away early round. You can see Hips made it all the way into the cubby outside B. Rhyme's still here, just maybe trying to bait some information over to him here, but you can see the picture there. Hips face all the way blown up, but he will find one, gets traded out by Artist. Paranoia comes through. That's going to stop the push initially. Dark cover sent out by Rhyme. It's going to cut off some sight lines, but the rotation comes around to Garage now. Lucka's going to find one with the operator, two with the operator, dashes away. Gets shut down through the cloud burst, but he's already done enough work there to slow this push down. Turco has made it to the edge of C site. Now the push comes through. Garage Artist is going to find him though with the Vandal. Nice. Revive going to come out. Ryan might find this one for free. Actually, it's behind the box. Unfortunate for him there. Now going to find himself in a 1v3. Takes down one, but Artist will find his third. Now the rotate going to come back out because Pora, bless his heart, left all the way over on C site. Dinks and Artist now made it into B, and Spike will go down.
Or will it? Can he deny it? No, he can't, but at least he can kill him off straight away to make this a 1 versus 1. Who is the better cipher? Who has the more information? The camera is there and available to be used. Or probably going to check Cubby, though. Does have to go for a wide pick, but he's not going to.
Oh, he's tagged.
He is also can, but why aren't you spraying him through the wall? You've been able to see where he is. Surely you go for the wall bang there instead. He's allowed Pura to get the early challenge, and Prodigy take a 3-1 lead here, and arguably a round that they should have been able to win. 1 versus 2. But I guess
nice
they
clutch
have
from
much
Pura.
time to... Yeah, for sure.
I mean, he kind of baited out the tag there. The spy cam did land on him, but I think maybe Dinks just showed his hand a little too quickly. He went for the spray, expecting him to peek all the way out of B doors, and Pora played that perfectly. Bait in the back. I think maybe the ping just came up in the animation where he's removing the dart, and that kind of baited the peek out, but really impressive clutch nonetheless.
It means the PartyParrots need to reassess how they're going to push these rounds, because Prodigy's hold on defense seems to be fairly strong, especially through Garage and B site. I mean, we saw what Lucka was able to do with the op, and maybe they're going to avoid C because of that, but just as I say that, Lucka might not have the op this round, but he has moved his way all the way to A site. 2 players down, 1 on each side. But Hip's going to be able to get the revive, so at least it means Prodigy back to full health in terms of all their members are going to be alive, and it's going to be a quick dash towards A site for everyone else. Lucka with the Bulldog is going to be the first point of contact, finds one, dashes away, and he does have a showstopper on the team to help him out, but Hip has a judge in hand, and he's got support from Pora at the same time, so Prodigy holding yet again. And unfortunately for Dinks, he finds himself being the last remaining player for the second round in a row. As Prodigy hold, and PartyParrots back to the drawing board.
We need a counter up on screen for the rest of the day of how many showstoppers we're going to see not land, because it's getting kind of crazy now. That's got to be, what, the 5th or 6th we've seen, and I mean, Shao should have got that kill onto Hip there. I don't know what happened, but it's getting out of hand, Dan.
Well, I mean, people say it's the easiest ultimate to use, but certainly judged by today's play, I guess we could argue against that. Certainly not the impact frags we would expect from showstoppers today anyway, but PartyParrots still have a little bit of money to work with, but not much. You can see Sheriff's in the hands of several players. Dinks is going to be able to pick up the orb at least, but there's SSK. He's the one who has to do the damage because he does have a Vandal. Rolling Thunder available if he wants to use it. Will avoid the paranoia. As Rhyme now will take up the camping spot here in B site. It's quite an unorthodox positioning from Prodigy, but they're just having to work with what they've got in terms of just the 4 members. And they will know that PartyParrots are going to have somewhat of a weak buy at the same time. Wonder whether we're going to see an explosive push from PartyParrots, maybe just some sort of default execute, utilize the Sage Wall here on B side.
Yeah. Sky Smoke's going to go down. Actually, Orbital Strike goes down as well. Trapwire activated over in front of B, but they've got all 4 of them inside the site right now. Spike will go down. It's planted for window. SSK actually going to find Rhyme Lucker with a nice flank, but SSK will turn around, trade that one for his 3rd on the round. 1 HP on him. Rolling Thunder still there, so they can deny the defuse. Dinks with a fantastic flank from C. Whiffs the 2nd shot, though, but will eventually find Turco. That is a nice cleanup from Dinks. He was lurking C long for so long there, and finally get some value off that flank.
That's the power of a lurking player and the power of a Cypher especially. They do tend to be your ultimate lurkers, just with the information they can provide, with traps that are being put down and whatnot. So that's going to be a 2nd round on the board for PartyParrots. And considering it was a half buy for them, they've done very well to be able to push their way onto that B site. SSK really doing the majority of the damage with the Vandal, getting those initial kills. But Lucker now back into his comfort zone, back onto the op, just watching A here. No one playing ball in lobby at the moment, but it has allowed his teammate to push up and hold a more aggressive angle. Probably means Lucker can rotate and look elsewhere, as PartyParrots have, well, comfortably walked into garage here.
They have, yeah. One player has made it down C long, though, so Dinks maybe not going to be able to do too much work there if Rhyme has anything to say about it. He's actually pushing through the dark cover. Rhyme's going to find the headshot with the Vandal. Paranoia pushed onto site. That's going to blind 2 of them. But he got the aftershock not actually connecting, but Shao's going to push all the way through and clean up that lurk. You can see now, already made it out of defense. There's more flashpoint going to come through. SSK going to shut down Pora. That is a good hold.
Well, that's what Prodigy have to offer on defense. They can hold. How are their retakes now? Lucker with the op finds 1. Shell takes down Hip. Lucker's going to have to go pretty big here and try and do something to distract so that Turco can push onto the site. Time running out and Lucker doesn't connect. Artist and SSK clear up 4-3. PartyParrots right back into the equation now. It was looking pretty abysmal to start with, but as soon as they had a little bit of bank behind, see the difference that they have and the confidence they have pushing onto a site once they've got weapons.
Really nice post plant there from the Parrots. They're going to bring it to a 4-3 scoreline now. Again, not seen, I guess, a similar hold defensively from Prodigy here, but you'd expect them coming into this pretty warmed up after an exciting previous game on Haven. You'll see a couple of players head down to A long, but most of the fight going down in mid. 2-for-2 trade coming down here. Lucker's going to upgrade himself to the Vandal and pull all the way back. Observers obviously listening to Moses because we caught that reload animation, but meanwhile, a site has been occupied here. Wall will go down, blocking on off the defensive spawn. Whether or not they opt to just count their blessings here and keep some weapons, we'll have to wait and see.
I think those who have just got the Sheriff in hand, I mean, a player like Hip has to push in here, try and get a little bit of information. If he can get a pick, then it would be absolutely massive. He's going to have to push through a cyber cage and give those audio cues, though. Lucker is the one with the Vandal. Artist takes down Turco. Dinks is going to be there for the crossfire. At least Lucker gets 1. Is it going to be enough? He has to do something massive here, but doesn't get the spray. Dinks just with a little bit of a movement there to Dipsy Doodle him. And it's going to be 4-4. PartyParrots doing very well just to waltz their way onto a site. Of course, when you are going up against a team who has an eco, you can always assume that one of those sites is going to be somewhat empty, and they were just able to choose the correct one. 3 rounds in a row now. But money, at least there for Prodigy to fully buy, and Lucker back on the op.
And again, you can see the economy now from Parrots getting 3 rounds in a row and keeping 3 out of 5 alive on 2 of those. So not going to have to worry about money here. So maybe going to see a bit more of an aggressive approach here. As we say that, Angel pushing all the way up towards B entrance. Going to pop the incendiary out as well. Pora has to back all the way up. Spycam is down mid, so he's got the information who's coming. Paranoia gets popped. Rhyme going to get caught with his pants down there. Pora will trade it out. There you go, he gets stuck in the Radianite slowdown. So he will fall. The barrier coming out now as well. Shao will find Lucka through the wall. There you go. B is taking Rolling Thunder invested as well, though. Shao will land a showstopper. Turco will fall. And here you go. Spike will go down. I bet you like that, didn't you, Dan?
I did it.
I was going to work one into the cast.
Knew you were going to say it. Made me chuckle, but someone who isn't chuckling is probably Hip right now. In a 1 versus 4, forced to just save this Vandal. As PartyParrots are on a tear, attacking at the moment, and this is not good news for Prodigy. If PartyParrots can turn this into maybe 7, even 8 rounds, I do worry for Prodigy. There's the information for Hip. Artist didn't check it, but for some reason SSK didn't trust him, but Hip still picks up both. It does always make me laugh when someone rechecks an angle. No trust in the teammate whatsoever as Hip makes it 3. He's done at least some damage. But we saw how good PartyParrots were in terms of their economy, so it's not going to be too detrimental. But at least we'll give him some frags on the board and maybe a little bit of confidence going into this one. And even though you've got the full buys there on the side of PartyParrots, for Prodigy, well, it is a little bit more awkward. At least they've got 1 drop available. Hip can drop. So they can just about get a full buy here. PartyParrots going to continue their aggression. They're just sprinting down A long to ensure that no one can get into a position where they can watch too much angle in lobby. It always gives them the option of being able to push through long or short by doing so. And it's a very sticky situation they may find themselves in if they do decide to push down A long, because Dinks has worked his way into this little cubby. 2 players are on A site though. Gross. It's just your standard 2-1-2 split. Plenty of ultimates available for both teams, really. Prodigy have the Resurrect available as well as PartyParrots. Orbital Strike is there on the Brimstone, which means if they can get a plant down, we've seen what Brimstone can do. Lucka's going to be the first point of contact, but only manages to get 1. Orbital Strike does come through as well as the slow there. SSK gets hit though. Shao's been revived. Now they can burst onto this A site, and it is going to have to be a retake from Prodigy with just 3 members of the team alive.
Rhyme all the way up in heaven here. Actually, Dark covered himself off. So probably going to opt towards saving these weapons here. 3v5 retake. And again, I think it's going to be more detrimental to the economy of Prodigy if they force this and lose some more. Angel all the way out towards C. Link already is going to find 2. And that's going to be upsetting when they're all the way back out trying to save. Dinks might actually catch Pora here, but Pora's going to get the audio cue. He's going to know he's close. And there you go. We'll shut him down with the Vandal headshot. 14 HP. Escapes with his life and his weapon, but here you go. Artist coming to have something to say about it as well, and he will finally shut that down. So Prodigy opting to go for the save, and Parrots absolutely punishing them for that.
Parrots relentless, knowing that Prodigy's economy was pretty weak and not wanting them to be able to bring even 1 rifle into the next round. Basically gifts them a 7th round here, unless we see something from maybe Lucka, who has been able to buy up an op. He's only going to have half armor to work with, but do or die for Prodigy. If they lose this, then they probably lose both rounds and go into the half at 8-4.
Lucka actually nearly losing his life. Boosted up on top of B site. They're down to 8 HP. Operator in hand, so you don't want to lose that at the start of the round. Rhyme going to have 4 players to deal with coming through garage here. Not even going to be able to get one down. Angel will find him immediately. Nice flashpoint coming out. Because Lucker's going to look for something in the garage window. Hip with the judge. And I doubt we're going to see a retake here, but they could surprise me.
Who knows? Certainly full of surprises, but I think, judging by the fact they will have no money next round if they don't save, they're probably going to opt to save what they have. I mean, an op there in the hands of Lucker definitely needs to be saved, and everyone else is going to maybe look for a couple of exits. Hip being the key man for an exit here, having the judge getting up close and personal, but the entirety of PartyParrots exiting together, and they're going to find Pura, and Pura unfortunately can't connect with the shots. Spike's going to go off, and it's going to be a 7-4 lead for PartyParrots. It was such a promising start to this game for Prodigy, but as soon as any momentum was gained for PartyParrots and the economy a little bit iffy for Prodigy, they've just not been able to work their way back into it. And they now need to work with what they've got here to try and salvage a 5th round. Just the one SMG, 3 rifles, and an op. So at least it's not the end of the world. They've got some weaponry to work with here. Can they keep up with the sheer pace of PartyParrots? It's been a case of very quick executes from them, hasn't it, hypoc?
It has indeed, yeah. So they are getting control. And again, ooh, talking of control, Angel immediately going to shut down Lucker with the operator inside B. Artist is going to trade that one out to Poro after he finds Angel. Shrouded step coming out now from Rhyme. He's going to get himself on top of the boxes, try and shut down this B push, but you can see already the rotations come through. Garage is the play here. Turco going to have... Okay, I was going to say he's going to have a lot of work to do, but again, doesn't find anything coming out of Garage. Bladestorm gets popped by Lucker, so big investment here. Anticipating a retake. It is a 2v4 situation, but looking like they're going to try and find something on the way in. Hip will find Artist. SSK holding down on towards Garage. Just missing the knives there, but Hip going to find a second. Zhao will find him, and they will hold on to the post plant there and put an 8th round on the board to leave it 8-4 for the first half, Dan. Really impressive stuff so far.
Very impressive indeed. I was expecting a little bit more from Prodigy on their defensive side, if I'm completely honest, especially after the start, but you can see how important it was they were able to gain the pistol. If they hadn't have won that pistol round, they could have been looking at maybe even a 10-2 after that half. But for PartyParrots, if they can pick up a pistol of their own, they could find themselves up 10-4 and be so close and really pile the pressure onto Prodigy here in the first map of this best of 3. PartyParrots really just have demonstrated their confidence and ability to just push onto a site and one tap for fun. I mean, Angel has hit some really important early frags. Artist as well has been doing the same. SSK has looked amazing with the Vandal. I mean, at this point, I feel like I could name the entire squad. But we'll see what Prodigy have to offer attacking on Haven. Because Haven still with the 3 sites, it always does favour the attacking side if it is played correctly. Artist gets the opener onto Lucker. Will wall up, but SSK says, I don't care. If you're going to wall up, I'm still going to be able to find that one. And the PartyParrots now very healthy in a 5 versus 2. And the last 2 remaining players stuck in Garage going to have to retreat back out of second mid because of that wall. And Shao is there to clean up.
Waiting. Good stuff in the pistol round. Not losing anybody, so might just see a couple of them force through with the ghosts here. The opportunity of the round 3 operators. Looking like we're going to see a Spectre go over to Artist initially. We didn't see anybody really utilizing the operator on the side of Parrots there on the attacking half, so not sure what we're going to see coming out of them here.
Which I'm okay with. Honestly, I think that attacking, if you're confident and you can walk in with rifles and you've got one or two entry players who can hit their shots, you don't really need that op. And sometimes an op attacking can slow down your team. And if you're more of a fast-paced team anyway, I'm more than happy for just 5 rifles to be played. PartyParrots will get the first of the half and arguably should pick up the second as well to make it 10-4. And this was my worry. I mean, when I looked at Haven, I was like, okay, this is Prodigy's chance. I think if they could take this game, then maybe they can make a series of this. But otherwise, I'm slightly scared PartyParrots might just run through them in this series and solidify their spot in tomorrow's games and just assert their dominance in this group after winning 2 against Bread Hunters as well. But maybe slightly early to be calling it after just the 1 round in the second half. Still plenty of time to work with for Prodigy. And they did pick up some big rounds attacking before. They're going to go straight here, but he does only have a Ghost to work with. Has he been able to get any indication of these players? He's just going to be shoulder peeking at this point. Doesn't know they're there, but he's going to run back. Does have the Molotov to work with. Gets that down. It will do a little bit of damage, but he hasn't been able to survive. Shao is there to at least clean up 1. Pora will fall. Shao makes it 2. And there's the Guardian being used. And Moses asked us the question yesterday, is that Guardian going to be used a little bit more? Well, Shao's saying he likes it. He's more than happy to spend that money on it, as the spike will at least go down for Prodigy, and they have been able to get themselves onto the site here.
Veli will be loving watching this here, especially if Shao can shut down a couple more players with it. Artist jumping, trying to look for some information from Heaven. He's going to spot 1 on default. SSK going to find Hip elsewhere. Artist actually going to drop out. They didn't hear it drop out there. He's going to find Turco and Lucka in hell. There you go. The retake from the Party Parrots. Successful. And they will get themselves the defuse.
Defuse indeed, and 3 players still remaining as well. They can carry those SMGs into the next round. And see, this is
Guardian?
And a Guardian as well. This is where I would like to see a little bit of aggression from Party Parrots now defensively, in this round in particular, where your weaponry isn't great. You have a couple of SMGs. I'd maybe say, look, let's all show a little bit of face here, whether it be down middle, whether we go down a long. Well, let's try and do something a little bit different. We don't want to play into the hands of Prodigy here and give them the long-range fights. But as I said that, actually, Prodigy forced up that previous round. As you can see there, money is pretty weird. No, excuse me. No, they didn't. They are all buying sheriffs, and I got completely confused by the colors of the game. But either way, now they're going to try and do something with these sheriffs. We'll see what happens.
We're going to see a 4-man push towards Garage again. Tripwire in there, so they need to go quick off of popping this. Dark cover will go into window. You can see SSK set up with the flashpoint there. Shrouded Step's going to come across. He's going to avoid that. And actually, SSK knows exactly what's going on here. He's crouched inside the dark cover. Going to flash himself out off the corner of the step. Actually going to come through. He's going to find Rhyme finally. But 3 players backed out of Garage. And there you go. He's going to find Hip as well. Absolutely clinical from SSK here. Spike's going to go down outside double doors. Doesn't find the 4th. Pora will find him with the Sheriff. But this round all but over there. Shout. Going to find the Guardian headshot. And close that round out.
Party Pirates 11-4 up and now edging closer and closer to taking this first map of the series. Whilst the colours might have thrown me as to what was happening, nothing through the Party Parrots. They have so much money to work with, and now we'll see a buy from Prodigy. It's just a bit annoying, isn't it? Like, Party Parrots are not green, they are red.
Well, I'm actually surprised. We've seen 15 rounds, and neither of us have called them the party poopers yet, even though it's been on the tip of my tongue the entire time. So Dink's going to open this one up with the operator onto Rhyme. That's going to be a pick down C-long. You see Hip still looking for something in there. Pora's actually got a spy cam into lobby, but I don't think he's privy to the fact Angel's made it into this corner. Pora will find Shao, and Angel doesn't want to give his spot away just yet. Pora now sneaking down towards Sewer. He's actually going to wrap around. That camera's in there, though, so the information going over to Angel that he's pushed through. This is going to be disastrous for a Prodigy teammate should they come to try and back up this A push.
Angel just being very patient here, seeing if anyone's going to walk right into his crosshair.
Pay off.
Certainly
it's
is.
Gonna
That's
pay off.
1. And maybe he could make it 2 here, but he does back off. It just mollies short because he knows where that's where the cipher is. At least Turco is able to get the trade. Otherwise, that could have been so detrimental to them. We find a 2v2 then, and Prodigy in a must-win situation, realistically. Otherwise, they could look like they are struggling, but it's all going to be down to Artist then. 1 versus 2. Let's have a Vandal to work with. No res available unless he picks up a kill, but I doubt he would have time to do anything with it. Checking all of his angles, and for Prodigy, they just need to hold a crossfire here, which is exactly what they're doing. 1 player in hell, 1 player in this right-hand cubby. And as soon as Artist swings, the other needs to face. And there we go. Turco gets it, and that's going to be Prodigy putting their first of the half onto the scoreboard. And otherwise, they would have going to find themselves 12-4 down. So maybe comeback time for Prodigy.
Yeah, a much needed round. Again, it's not going to make too much difference for the Parrots' economy. They're still going to be able to get a weapon in everybody's hand. 4 Vandals and an Operator. Dinks opting for all the light armor. So again, they win this one. They could bounce another 2 or 3 rounds together. But just as much as the previous, this is a must-win. Lucka going to find that pick onto Artist in B from window. And that's the start you want.
Lucka looking to see if he can find another one. Peeking at B, but no one playing ball just yet. Paranoia sent into Garage, and maybe that's a little bit of a fake. But with the sky smokes coming through, it means they're somewhat reluctant to push onto this B site and offer any free kills through the smoke. Angel has repositioned himself. Still plenty of money to work with on the side of PartyParrots, so they're not going to be too worried about weapons at the moment. Ult's available, Showstopper available on the side of PartyParrots. Rolling Thunder for both teams as well. Picture in picture of those brand new, both expensive but sexy skins as Lucka gets another one. Pura found Dinks elsewhere. And the team is going to march on to B site. And it looks like Prodigy are starting to heat up a bit now.
And again, they're going to get themselves in to B site. Shao and SSK looking like they're opting for the save, and I think that's the right decision considering the economy. If they can keep 2 weapons in the hands, maybe they have a fighting chance to put something together for their 12th round in the next round. But you can see actually Pora going to come through, land another headshot. He's been so good today. SSK actually going to reply with an even dirtier headshot. Now you're going to look for that one. Rhyme will find the tap onto him though and shut that down. They don't save any weapons, so most likely going to be either a part buy of some pistols or the save coming out for the Parrots here. Ooh, they're looking like they're thinking about it. Yeah, a couple of judges, a Spectre and a Ghost.
Yeah, just a half buy, ensuring that they can full buy next round, but does mean they can drop down to around 1,100. Judges, Sheriffs, Spectre available. It's whether you can put yourself in a good enough position to actually do some work with those weapons, though. If Prodigy are wise to it and they know that judges are there, you want to avoid any sort of tight angles. You definitely don't really want to be pushing through Garage, because this is the reason why. SSK there, having the judge available. C-Long can often be somewhere you opt for in a round like this, because you're taking a long fight initially and you can all burst out together, and shouldn't be able to be too many kills for this Cypher. Dinks is just going to only have the Ghost to work with as well. I mean, realistically now, a judge would probably be best here. But PartyParrots, they hold, and Prodigy will rotate round and go elsewhere.
That judge going to get negated inside double doors. Not going to see any action coming through there, but you can see now 3 members of Prodigy pushing up into the front of B. Artist actually going to find one. I was going to say, needs to be careful there, but brings it down to a 4v4. Turco with the response. Rolling Thunder going to get popped here. It's going to deny the plant. The counter Rolling Thunder again goes back towards C-Link. That's going to slow things down a little bit. Angel will find Pora inside the dark cover over on A-Link side, and this now could be a turnaround here for Prodigy.
Yeah, definitely plenty to work with, but Lucka catches out SSK trying to flank through. You also get the second onto Dinks. Elsewhere, Angel was taken down, and now it's just going to be down to Shao, and nothing's going to happen there. 11-7, and even though it looked a little bit shaky at times, Prodigy closing out that round and starting to eke their way back into this game now. As no one fancies the spike.
That's like every ranked game I've ever played right there, in that 3 seconds summarized.
And you were that one player who had to run back and get it, weren't you?
No, I'm usually the problem. I'll put my hands up.
Looking at the statistics across the board, Pora 17-4 at the moment. 14, excuse me, that would have been impressive. Artist 17-10. There are top fraggers on both sides. Again, we're just seeing how impressive Artist is on that stage. Lucka getting somewhat aggressive here on the A side, but they are going to be pushing into the op here of Shao. And Pora falls. It's whether they're going to cover that corpse now, because of course Resurrect is available and available for Prodigy. Rhyme going to try and get some information with the TP here. has been able to get onto the defender's side, but has he seen Xiao? And Xiao just misses that one, and the res comes through from Hip as well. So all square, back to 5 versus 5.
Ryan finds Artist, though, outside A-Link. Actually faking out the Shrouded step. Angel going to find Hip. Pora will fall for the second time in the round. Angel fires the second. Ryan coming through now, finding Angel, but he's got Heaven to worry about, and there's not an awful lot he can do now that he's tucked underneath. 2v3 situation for Prodigy here. SSK coming through from the defensive spawn. Well, what we're going to see, Spike looking like it's going to go down to sewers here, but again, this is a tough situation. Xiao finally going to find Rhyme over by Graffiti, and looking like he's... Ooh, Turco will shut him down. So Spike probably going to go down here. He's going to put a little bit of pressure with the Aftershock over towards A-Link. Fault line as well, but here we go. Flash point comes through. Turco actually finds Dinks, and he's got another flash point for his own. He's going to find it. The third one on the round, and he will clutch that one up. That's a huge round for Turco.
Fake planting twice just to try and encourage the boys from Party Pirates to push out onto the site, and then the flashes being available was absolutely huge for him. Massive round for Prodigy in the grand scheme of things. This gets them right back into this game. Party Pirates' money is not going to be particularly great. Prodigy continuously resetting that economy. It's whether now they try and take advantage of what might be a weak buy. You can see a very weak buy, just 2 Sheriffs and a Bucky and a Spectre to work with. You're going to see the push down C along, it looks like. A couple of tags and information shared there. Just saying, yep, they're going to be C here. I need some rotation, I need some help, but no one rotating in the moment. Maybe no one believing Dinks. Shoulder peaks, he gets the info, there's at least 4, so now the rotates will come out from the rest of the team. And that Spike is going to go down on C site quite comfortably here for Prodigy. Up in the hands of Locker. I don't think that Party Parrots realistically can expect a comfortable retake here. Rhyme is going to be the first point of contact, has the Vandal to work with. Did he see Shout drop out of window? He didn't, but it didn't matter because now he's got Paranoia. And everyone in Garage just falling like flies. Pora. Rubbing salt into the wounds. 11-9. And things starting to get a little bit scary for Party Parrots now.
It is. I mean, Prodigy building some momentum for sure here. I'm not sure where the switch-ups come from, but they're definitely taking a slower approach to these, working off an early round pick and just finding entries into sites that I don't feel as if they were in the first half of their attack, to be honest, Dan. But you can see here, 5 rounds in a row. Definitely bringing the scoreline a little bit closer, and now we're going to see another full buy round for both teams. The economy really rolling for Prodigy now.
Yeah, they've got a little bit of a cushion, a little bit of a buffer here. If they were to lose the round, Angel, though, even after 5 losses in a row, is more than happy to push out middle. He says, look, I'm tired of just sitting back and waiting and allowing them onto sites. I'm going to take matters into my own hands. But on A site, the Cypher's been able to get around Pora here. Surely he's going to get the jump on Shao, which he does, finds one. Does he look towards CT? He uses Neural Theft. That'll give the info. And now he can try and tag him here through the cyber cage, but isn't able to connect. However, at least he's done the damage to gain A site, because now the rotate is coming through from Party Parrots, and the rest of Prodigy, well, they're set up to push on to B site here.
Yeah, really good switch out here. Dink's going to put the spy cam inside. He's going to catch the information that somebody's over there on the left side of the box, but they're clearing out shield at the back of site here. And here we go, going to push in. Ryman Lucka will open things up. Dinks and SSK will fall. Lucka with the operator still in mid here. Really good setup from Prodigy to hold this. Ryan will fall. Pora now coming all the way over from A-Link. He actually pops the res, and he's going to give Pora the second kill there. Investing the revive. No idea Pora was lurking around on A-Link there. Really, really good stuff from Prodigy here. I'm surprised they've mounted this comeback, to be honest with you, Dan.
Me too. I mean, we knew what they were capable of. We knew they had the ability to do so, but Party Parrots were looking pretty comfortable, especially after winning the pistol on that start of the second half. But Party Parrots, I feel, just need that one just to give them a little bit of belief once again and stop this momentum from Prodigy. potentially head to what could be another overtime at this point. Rhyme is able to TP behind them in A site here. Sends out the dark cover. But I think they might be wise to it here. I mean, he's going to be able to turn. He's going to get behind him, Angel. And he's done well, which means he can be rewarded with a gun to work with. And he picks up that gun and does some damage. Hip at least gets the reply. But it's down to just 3 members for Prodigy now. Well, what was a weak buy for PartyParrots might end up being a big round for them unless Lucka can do something. He does another shout out of the sky. Showstopper denied. And that Spike is in a pretty awkward situation. There's updraft here into heaven, finds Artist. Dinks has also fallen elsewhere, and now it's going to be a 1 versus 2, and Hip cleans him up. 11-11. Game on here for Prodigy. Did not expect that going into this second half. Such a close one to call. I mean, what do you think PartyParrots have to do here, hypoc?
I mean, they need to deal with Pora and Turco, right? These guys are kind of popping off here. Pora more so, but Turco finding these entries time and time again. Lucka still doing damage with the operator. But again, that was on the back of Angel sending it down mid and getting first blood. I don't understand how they're turning these rounds around. They're absolutely not capitalizing on the man advantage they're getting. And obviously it's defense, so they should be able to kind of nullify that threat if they always get the first kill on the board. So it's kind of surprising to see, Dan.
PartyParrots, they've got money to work with here. Rhyme was on the site, but then decided, I don't fancy sitting here. Instead, I'm going to go back out and maybe go for the fake. But there's Pora again taking down Angel, and you said they need to deal with him. Well, Angel not able to do so. Shao maybe going to try and pick up the slack here in a lobby. If he falls as well, which he doesn't, at least Shao takes down Pora, so he's done his job and been able to equal this one up 4 versus 4. In terms of ultimates, PartyParrots at least have the neural theft available, but aside from that, nothing else to use as Brimstone is down, so Orbital Strike not going to be in effect during this round. As Prodigy rotate back towards C. And that means it's going to be a chance to pick up this orb, and, well, picking up the orb gets the ultimate. And Resurrection is going to be available for Prodigy as Rhyme does take down Artist. And now Prodigy not only have the player advantage, but they've got the ultimate advantage as well. They can run through lobby here, they can get the res, and then they can move on to A site.
This is really impressive stuff here from Prodigy. Again, coming back. The information is going to go over. Revive was in sewers. You can see the rotation coming all the way through. A-Link, Shao actually going to shut down Rhyme coming out of B site. Wall will go down, blocking that off. But Shao in heaven again already. We've seen what he can do from this position. Spike goes down. Neural theft was popped there. Again, the information, they already know exactly where these guys are. Lucka going to find a pick with the operator as soon as the wall breaks there. And he's looking back over to heaven to try and deal with Shao, but Hip's got him covered.
And Prodigy, 4 members still strong. And the last remaining player from PartyParrots, I almost said it by accident there, SSK is going to try and save this op now. But Prodigy certainly will go hunting because they know that is a potential big weapon that can make a difference going into this 24th round. Have they spotted him out in CT? That's the real question in this defender spawn. Does manage to survive, so that's at least a saving grace for PartyParrots going into this 24th. They have an op to work with, so they can buy up around that. Of course, they'll be buying up anyway because it is the last round before we potentially go into OT. But what a comeback this has been from Prodigy.
It's, what is that, 8 rounds in a row? They've actually won 8 rounds in a row on attack here. It's, yeah, I mean, just really, really impressive play coming out from them here. Not really, again, taking this very slow, methodical approach. And again, you've got to give props to Pora. He is definitely been the hard carry.
Well, Hip gets the opener onto Dinks. Maybe this could be the start of the end. Prodigy just need one more round and then they'll be opening up this series with a 1-0 lead. Shao at least will respond again. He's done very well at holding down A lobby. Angel gets the second onto Hip, and that's huge. PartyParrots have the player advantage now, although two of those players are weak, so they need to rotate around, find Sage, and get a little bit of a heal. I imagine Raze will take that heal, although Brimstone does have Orbital Strike available. SSK's been taken down elsewhere. Raze is going to be healed up. And now, for Prodigy, it's a case of where they go. They haven't been able to pick up the spike just yet, but as I say that, they recover it from a lobby.
Unlucky.
Artist not able to connect with those shots.
Ryan will find Shao though now, and there you go. Cloudburst going to go down into the front. Paranoia popped as well out. Artist in a fantastic position to stop this. The trade comes through from Turco, but the orbital strike could cancel out the plant, and actually it's just going to kill Turco outright. He was already low HP, but now Rhyme in a 1v1 situation, and there you go. Angel will find him, and we got ourselves an overtime situation here.
So unfortunately, as we found earlier, it seems like there may be a little bit of a bug with custom games at the moment, which means we won't have the new overtime rules that have been implemented with the competitive patch. We are just going to have to work off the default overtime rules of win one and you win the game. 12-12. A real shame after such a slobber knocker of a match.
It's 10 rounds in a row for PartyParrots, and then 8 in a row for Prodigy, and then PartyParrots clutch out the last round to make it 12. This is absolute madness, Dan.
Well, Prodigy are going to be the attacking team continuing from the previous round. That's how the overtime worked beforehand. So you saw Lucker was buying up an op there. Not quite enough money, of course, to buy an op plus armor. But I'm sure this man doesn't need it. 125 instead of the 150. As things slow down and calm across Haven. Very tense affair this match has been. I mean, it looked like it was going to be all Prodigy after their 8 rounds in a row, but PartyParrots just clutching it out of nowhere. The orbital strike being huge in the grand scheme of things. Who's going to be the first one to make a mistake, or maybe even just have a moment of greatness here?
Yeah, K's getting popped on long, and that's going to push Dinks all the way into the corner behind Platt, and you can see Rhyme already trying to get an entry into Garage here. Dark cover covering off the doorway. Shrouded Step going to come up. That's going to give the audio cue over to SSK. You can see he's backing up now, and that was only to avoid the trap wire again in Garage. Artist picking up some of the slack at the back of C-Link. You can see now 3 players committed over, with Angel playing on the back of Shield. Barrier does go up on B side, so a little bit of a fake being sold here. Rhyme needs to get the skill, and he absolutely does. Shuts down Artist. Now you're going to see the push on C long. Dinks has got a lot of work to do, but Paranoia is going to blind him. SSK going to find 1, 2, 3. They line up for him. He gets himself a triple kill. Stops that push going in. Rolling Thunder goes out as well just to try and convert. Angel comes in, shuts Lucker down. Now it's all on Hip in a 1v2 situation. Shao all the way over in the defensive spawn. Angel's going to find him. That is a fantastic round from Parrots to shut down that push onto C.
PartyParrots. I mean, it looked like they had thrown it away.